Hey, Kat and Alex, it's Rob and Jess from RHAP. Very sad to lose you both on the race. How are you doing?
Not good. Just kidding.
No, it helps. It helps that it happened. We've healed. But man, if it would have happened like fresh off last night, like if this was Big Brother,
I don't know how they
Yeah.
do that.
I'm pissed.
Well, let me say, as somebody who, and listen, I don't want to pull the curtain back too far. In terms of my relationships, there is not always healthy communication between me and the first lady of podcasting. And I thought that you two, really, there was conflict and there was drama, but I felt like that all of your communication was all very positive throughout the race.
Well, depends who you're looking. Man, I thought it was positive too. I was like, we handled that really well. I get on Reddit. Look at this note that I got yesterday.
Well,
Okay.
never go on Reddit.
Yeah, I don't go to Reddit for relationship advice, okay?
This is some comments I got. One person said, I just watched tonight's episode. Alex is such a gem of a guy the way he supports you. Then there's a comment underneath. Kat, absolutely a crybaby brat. Run, Alex, run. She needs mental help. Big time, dude. And so I thought we were a delight. I thought that we were great, but no, everyone's a critic. Alex and I, we do a lot. We truly do life together. We work together. We live together. We have our dog together. We've been through a lot of struggles in our life, like real time struggles that it's not like we just were like, let's go on The Amazing Race and see if we can make this relationship work. Yeah. This relationship has worked for, 3 years. We've known each other since 2017. So, we definitely saw, more pressure underneath, how we work under pressure, but.
Kat's over here where I'm doing the hockey, by the way. That was a struggle. But, she's like, good job, you're doing good. And then I look at the cameras on the episode and she's like, he's spiraling. I'm like, good job, you're doing good.
So we're in couples therapy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it was such a unique experience, and it's been we learned a lot about each other, and it's been really great.
So how has your relationship changed since you've been on the race?
We broke up.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Clearly hate each other.
Breaking it right now. Roll out the podcast.
No. We're still together. We're still going strong. Honestly, I feel like it really truly made it so much stronger. Even though I was saying how we've already kind of experienced a lot of life together, and I didn't think that there was really anything that would surprise me about Alex or shock me about Alex in any way. But there's nothing like being stuck at a train station overnight together, or having to, I guess, plow a field together. Like all of these really unique things that, it's not really applicable to everyday life, but it's interesting to see how we work under that kind of pressure and how we work together.
If honestly, it just bonded us stronger. I mean, having this experience together, something that you can't pay for, something that we're blessed to be a part of. I mean, that just made us so much stronger and made me appreciate her even more. Just like, going through all the struggle together, fighting together, like it just makes it so much stronger. And I really do love her. So it makes it that much better for me.
So you two were at the detour where you were doing the balancing act, and you were thinking about switching to go do the juggling act. Do you feel like that if you would have switched, that would have been the move to make?
So by the time I realized, hey, maybe we should have done juggling instead, it was too late. At that point, it was too late.
I was actually pitching the juggling while we were on the actual taxi. I was like, Kat, we should probably do juggling. Dances are always really hard.
But I was like, how could it be harder than
and Simone and Hannah are dancers. Let's maybe go to the other one.
But in my head, I'm like, this can't be harder than TikTok dance. Like, you can do TikTok dances. Like, this is so easy. Like, it's gonna be so easy. I was severely humbled.
I'd still be there, for the record.
I think that had we, it's a lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
I think that maybe had we chosen juggling from the beginning, we probably still would have been in the race. Not only would we maybe have been better at it, but the other thing is all the teams went to the dancing. So not only are we having to learn the dance, but we're having to take turns, running the music, practicing it before we get on stage.
It's harder when everyone's music's different. The beats talking. It's so crazy.
If we had gone to juggling, then maybe we would have gotten like the tail end of Adam and Joseph practicing. But then other than that, we would have just run it time after time after time. It takes 10 seconds.
Also about that, Rob. So what they didn't show is we came out of the horse stable 7th. By the time we got to Houdini, we were almost like 10th.
Yeah,
the reason is we couldn't find a taxi. We were struggling probably for 20 minutes or so trying to find a taxi running around the entire city. And by the time we got to Houdini, all the teams had passed us, even though we had that advantage of passing 3 teams at the horse stable, which 10 minutes of learning a dance is huge in this leg, huge. So that really hurt us right there. And I'm like, at the end of the day, you know, transportation's part of the game. It's luck of the draw. Some people got the taxi right after they exited, and some people were still searching, running around the city trying to find a taxi.
Now, is there anything that you wish people knew about The Amazing Race that is not apparent to someone who's just casually viewing the show?
It's so hard. It's like,
so
I don't know if
fun.
this is appropriate to say, but it's almost like sadistic. Like, I'm like,
excuse me?
Yeah.
like, it's crazy.
Hey, is that okay, CBS? Is that all right? Can we keep that in?
I'm sorry.
You're in the race, and you're like, I was like, this is wild. We show up. The train doesn't show up.
Yeah,
we're having to pull an all-nighter at the train station. We have no food. We have no water. Like, we don't. There were very. They treat us very well. But for that, like 24 to 38 hours that you're running the race, you're like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done.
But by the time you get to the competitions, you're like, oh my gosh, like how did he not realize this? How are they not doing that? Guys, you hadn't slept for 18 hours. You're starving. You're going to make some kind of mistake. That's the part they don't show, that you're there. And that's the hardest part to do when you're under no type of energy
And of course,
at all.
also, like, you know, they're trying to edit it all into an hour-and-a-half episode. I would like to lobby for live feed. No, I like to lobby for live feeds.
Oh, can we do live?
Like, it was crazy. After I left my bandana and then we got lost trying to find the flowers, we were lost for 7 hours. 7 hours. And we still weren't last. Like, that's the kind of like hard, like mental gymnastics that you're having to do. Like, you're stressed out for 7 hours trying to find the spot. Then you get there and they're like, what's the difference between this orange flower and this orange flower? And you're like, they look exactly the same. Like, what the heck?
That's also the most fun part when you're lost. And you know every other team's lost. But
I don't know. It's fun. I was
but everyone's hungry,
out.
Starving, you know, struggling. And I wish they would just show that more. I think that's why we want the live feeds, because it's that much fun, you know, seeing all that happen.
There was so much that was, I mean, of course, because they can't show 24/7. But I was like, man, if y'all had live feeds, I'm just telling you, just think about it. They would love it. The fans would love it.
So if there were live feeds, we would just see everybody crashing out because they're lost, or was there any sort of like interpersonal drama between the teams that we would have seen?
Everything.
I don't know if there would have been necessarily like interpersonal drama, but probably the funniest thing that happened to us that wasn't shown on the TV was, it's during the whole train debacle, and we're hungry because they give you money, but you don't know if you're gonna have to spend on a taxi later or what you're gonna have to buy. So you don't want to spend that much money on food. We were with Angela. Angela flirted with the convenience store clerk to get us the bathroom key so we could so we could use the bathroom. So
we got like 7 sandwiches, coffees. The guy invited us to his house. I'm like,
he was like, next time y'all are in
we
town,
need the cameras right now.
All because Angela was flirting with them.
Okay.
And
all right. I'm in. We need the live feeds.
It was so funny. And that's a reason why I was in such a great mood that, like, even though despite our train not showing up and we're in last place and we're lost and it's a whole mess, but just the funny, like, interpersonal things that were going on, that I was like, you can't capture this on
underground
TV.
in a restroom in Frankfurt, Germany, like just trying to stay warm with Angela, Taylor, and Kylan.
No. So the bathrooms are heated. It's so cold. The bathrooms are heated. So we're down there, and the security guard's trying to get us out of the bathroom. And Lexi's like, our friend has really bad diarrhea. We're just waiting on them to finish. They let us stay in that bathroom for hours because they thought we were waiting on our friend with like stomach problems.
Yeah,
so it's things like that. I was like, y'all can't. It wouldn't make sense to capture this on the show.
Funny.
But man, I wish there was live feeds.
Now, were you two friends? Were you two fans of The Amazing Race before you went on, or?
I love The Amazing Race. I used to watch it as a kid growing up with my sisters. I mean, we would never travel anywhere. My parents, you know, Mexican, they really couldn't travel to all these places. We'd always go to San Antonio, if that. But I never got to travel anywhere. They've never traveled anywhere. So I would always watch The Amazing Race with my sister growing up. And that's kind of how we traveled and got to see the world. And that's what I loved about it, Phil, and all that, you know, from the beginning of time till now being on it. That's why I'm so, like, honored and just blessed and truly grateful for the experience, just because it was so much fun. I got to do something that people can't pay to do. People would love to do this, and I'm one of those people, so I'm truly grateful for the experience.
Okay. If you would have had a chance to participate in this next leg of the race, it looks like there's a U-turn coming up. That were you part of any sort of scuttlebutt of that if Kat and Alex got to the U-turn, who were you going to U-turn?
This is one-sided beef. From the beginning,
No reason for this.
From the beginning, I kept
Love
telling
one-sided
myself,
beef.
when we get to the U-turn, we are U-turning
for
Tucker
no
and
reason.
Eric. And there's
Wow.
no reason for this.
Before the race started, she's like, if we get to a U-turn, we're U-turning Eric. I was like, what?
I don't even think they knew who I was at that point. But I was like, no, we are coming for them because I knew he was going to comps.
Yeah.
He was, there were so many people from BB26 on that season. At the time, he's dating Urbina. He was a threat, and he was at the front. I was like, we're U-turning him the first chance we get. So he's lucky that we were in the back.
Okay.
He's like
Good to know. Okay, Jess, anything else?
I wanted to give you both a shout out for how much fun you have been in Chat BCC.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I love Chat BCC. Yeah. It's so much fun to have this opportunity to talk with the fans. The Amazing Race has been such a blessing for us because we've gotten to really use it to get our the Big Brother community is all together again. I feel like they kind of forgot about BB21. And it's been such a blessing to be reminded of this great community that we have. And we've also been throwing a lot of watch parties in Dallas and bringing our Dallas community in on it. So it's been a lot of fun for us. The whole journey has been so much fun, and we're just really blessed to be part of it.
Okay, well, really nice to get the chance to catch up today. All the best outside of the race, and thanks for making some time to talk today.
Yes, thank you so much, Rob.
Very nice to meet you.
I'll see you on Traders.
Thanks.
Okay, yeah, all right. All right,
Thanks.
talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.